The touch bar. Love it or hate it, it may be removed in the new MacBooks that are being released towards the end of this year. Hi friends, it's James and welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to be looking at the new rumours to do with the new MacBooks that are being released towards the end of this year. So a report was released earlier this year from reliable analyst Ming-Chi Kuo. Apologies if I pronounced their name wrong. Well, in this report, it stated that the new 14-inch and 16-inch MacBooks that are being released towards the end of this year will not contain the touch bar, will not have the touch bar on them. Which could be considered shocking news, because the touch bar, it did bring some useful features to the overall experience depending on which app you were using. But just before I give you a bit more info about these rumours, let me very briefly explain what the touch bar is, if for some reason you have never heard of it. Well, to sum it up in one sentence, it's just a miniature screen that sits above the keyboard, which you can interact with. Apple first released a touch bar on the 16-inch MacBook that came out in 2016. This launch shocked the world because nothing like this had really been seen before. Straight from release, people had mixed opinions about it. People liked it and people didn't like it. Jumping forward to the end of 2019, Apple slightly modified their touch bar. They added the physical escape key button back, as in previous years of the touch bar, the escape key was built actually into it. It was a virtual escape key, as in it wasn't physical at all. This presented many problems because at times the touch bar would freeze, which would render the escape key unusable, which isn't ideal at all. So Apple listened to the feedback from their users and added the physical escape key back to the MacBook lineup from 2019 onwards. So enough of the past, back to the present. So why do people like it and people don't? Well, to be honest, it's more of a personal preference. Let me give you an example. To change the volume on a MacBook, you have to use a slider on the touch bar. However, some people don't like this. Some people just prefer to have a physical button. A physical button that when you press it, it changes the volume. And I can totally understand why. However, I quite like it. I quite like how you can change it via a slider. I think it's pretty futuristic. But as you see, it's a personal preference. So if they're planning to remove the touch bar, I'm sure you're wondering, what are they going to replace it with? Well, just physical function keys. You could think this is a good option or a bad option, depending on your opinion of the touch bar. I'm hoping that they would offer an option where you could either opt in or opt out of the touch bar. I think that would be a pretty cool thing to do, as it would satisfy both people who either like the touch bar or who don't. But I guess we'll just have to wait until the official launch. As this is a rumour, nothing yet is confirmed, and could, for all we know, be wrong. So keep that in mind until the official launch. But I'd love to know what you think. Do you like the touch bar? And if not, why? And what do you think Apple will do later this year? Do you think they'll keep the touch bar, or do you think they'll remove it? Let me know in the comments. I read and reply to every comment, so I'd love to see what you think. There were some pretty other cool rumours that were in the report. One of which was MagSafe, which was on all of the MacBooks from 2015 and before. What it is basically a charging cable that connects to your MacBook magnetically. The reasoning behind MagSafe is so that if you ever get caught in the charging cable and you yank the cable, you won't damage the charging port or the actual physical device itself, as the cable will just disconnect from the laptop, causing no harm at all, as it's connected via a magnet. This is one of the greatest things that I was really sad when Apple took it away after the 2015 model. And I'd love for this rumour to be true and for all of the new MacBooks to contain MagSafe. There were a couple of other rumours, like an SD card reader and some extra ports or different ports, which I think would be pretty cool. However, this kind of now brings us to the end of this video. If you've enjoyed it, please do give it a like, as it would really help it out in the YouTube algorithm. And while you're down there, please do consider subscribing. It's completely free and it would help me out greatly. But anyway, I hope you found this video interesting, and I hope you found some of these new rumours exciting if they are to become true. But anyway, I'll catch you all in the next video. See ya!